You might know him from Nickelodeon. You might know him from Wild 'N Out. Give it up for Mr. Nick Cannon.
You know how we do. We gonna rock out here for a minute. I gotta see who I can see in the DMV. What's good, John? I'm gonna go back here. I just came to chill because I want everybody to know I'm a student too. We back in school out here at DMV.
It's WPGC 95.5, the official WPGC Back to School Bash is going down right now, man. I'm with a legend. I'm with a mogul. I mean, he does a whole lot. Mr. Wildin' Out himself, Mr. Nick Cannon. What's up, sir?
Man, we just out here. We just trying to stay motivated. You know what it is. How you been?
Man, I'm good, man, but you're trying to be so modest, man. It's like you wear so many hats, man. How do you do it all?
Oh, man, you know, to me, it's all one job. You know what I mean? Just to wake up and be creative is a blessing. And, you know, to whether it's music, whether it's TV, film, whatever it is, like, I feel like I was put on this planet to, you know, try to make people smile. And if I could do that through my art, that's how we get it.
Okay. Now, we see a lot of artists, whether it's comedians, whether it's art actors, or anybody, you find them. Like, so it's like, how do you find your talent? Because a lot of people are like, Nick, help. And then you just come up with the Hudsons, the DC Young Flies, the Conceiteds.
Nah, you know what it is? I keep my ear to the streets, and I'm always looking to pass that baton. And I feel like that's what it's all about, where you could take your flame and light another flame, you know, to the whole world lit. So I really just feel like that's part of the process. If you just keep it all to yourself, you can't build your community up. You can't build anything up based off of what you're trying to build, because that's that selfish Scrooge McDuck thinking. You know?
Now you got your crown on, okay? Yeah. And you wearing a different hat today. You're DJing. Where the DJ Nick Cannon come from?
Oh man, I've been doing that since high school. Real talk. I mean, that's just something that you do when you involved in music. But it's just, you know, it's one of those things that kind of bridges that gap a lot of times to where, you know, you don't want to come out here with the full band and do all of that, but you know, you can still rock a crowd with the DJ. And I just love rocking crowds. So, you know, we're gonna play the new single, do all of that, but I'm gonna give them a cool little set, have some fun with the audience. You know.
You got the youth paying attention to you. You got the youth. It's like, even though you're in your 30s, but you gravitate to kids as young as 5, 6, 7, and 8. How do you recreate yourself every single time? I know it's waking up and being creative, but it's something that you think of to say, hey, this might work.
Yeah, never leaving that space. You know what I mean? Like, people always, you know, it's funny, like, the older heads would be making fun of the fact that the whole Nickelodeon audience, but I was like, yo, that's the next generation. You know what I mean? So like, I never let go of that. And like, there's a time and point in my life where, you know, it was cool to be older, and it was cool to be like, oh no, that's kiddie stuff. And so I kind of stepped away and wanted to, you know, you rebel. Every young cat goes through that. But then I stepped back. I was like, yo, all the money was over there with the kids. Like, if you look, the #1 grossing box office movies are kid movies. The #1 sales when it comes to items in stores are kid items. I was like, oh no, I'm going where the bag at. So I'll never leave the kids. And just that in itself gives you that process of enriching the next generation and looking for the next new talent coming up and inspiring others and all of that. So not only that's where the money is, but that's where the future is. So I just keep my ear to the streets and stay connected with the youth, and that's how we rock.
If you can leave one jewel with the nation, what would you leave? What would you say?
Ooh, man, lineage. If anything, man, you know what I mean? To understand where we descend from so we can transcend. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if anything, our community needs to understand where we come from, and we've been robbed of that. So I just try to, if we can, just that, whether it's whatever your education process is, just understand your lineage, understand your heritage, and then once you understand it, pass it on.
All right. Thank you for your time, man.
My God.
I appreciate you. Mr. DJ Nick Cannon, Mr. Wildin' Out, Mr. Nickelodeon, Mr. Incredible. Hey, I can go down the list, man.
It's incredible.
It's going down. It's the WPGC Back to School Bash. Fix your face, stop hating, and watch how I laugh at the haters.